going on, you guys? You are now tuned in to 10 Toes Down. We already started before we even started, so let's get into it. As once and for, God is key in the building.
Shaka L. Bay, the voice of reason.
Your boy King Haas in the building.
Party G the humble.
All right.
What's good?
Party G, what's good,
Ding,
buddy?
What's up, man? We here. It always feel good to come back and chop it up with y'all.
Yeah, we was having a debate behind the scenes and shit or whatever. You know what I mean?
You need to have him on stage with you when you're doing your event.
I be
so
telling
he can
him
start
pop
like a
out,
rocket,
man.
you know
Pop
what I mean?
out for real.
His mindset is kind of crazy to me. You gonna have everybody arguing in there.
Cause like, all right. What were we just talking about?
Okay, you came with the ill blasphemy.
Okay.
Talking about
Ill blasphemy.
Yo, that's crazy.
Our brother here, King Haas, was saying that he wanted to go over the top 5 rap groups that came out of New York City. Mm-hmm. Now, remember, last year, hip hop celebrated a 50th anniversary.
Yeah, before.
Whatever.
2 years ago.
Maybe 2.
Well, something like that. You know, recently. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
So, when we start talking about top 5 groups coming out of New York, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? We want to know from y'all as well, you know, if you are young, you know, do you even consider a group from the past? Which, you know, the consensus is maybe not. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They ain't barely even listening to music, you know, from the past like that. So, you know, what makes the criteria even
acceptable?
All right. So when you say top 5, right? What is the criteria for the top 5? Do you is it, you know what I mean? Are you talking about lyricism? Are you talking about platinum albums? Are you talking about longevity? Like
So look, that's the thing. When you ask a person that question, right?
All right.
When you bring all that, like the facts and you know how many rebounds the nigga got, you can't do that with somebody's opinion. You can't ask me, yo, bro, what's your top 5 groups in New York, and I tell you my shit, and you like, nah, but he got more plaques than that nigga. You can't do that. That's not. That's
moving the goalpost.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You're moving the goalpost with that one.
Anybody can make up their own criteria.
True.
Okay, this is what
I
deem my criteria. You got to have certain amount of albums. You got to have certain this. I don't care what Billboard say. Billboard may have their criteria. Mm-hmm. Fords may have their criteria. The damn record labels may have their own criteria. You're going to have your own criteria.
Sure.
So everything is an opinion and a subjective at this point, depending on where you want to go with it. Mm-hmm. Asking a 18 to 20-year-old about Jadakiss or somebody else. Now, everybody know Jay-Z Given, which he must be good because even the youngsters know him, but probably from a business perspective. But that's like dinosaur years to them. Who the hell is a Jadakiss? Who the hell is Mobb Deep? Who the hell? Dinosaur years. You talking...
Like, that's what I'm saying.
You talking Geechee, bro?
Yeah, you got errors. You know what I'm saying,
bro?
Like, I'd be hard pressed to start talking about Grandmaster Flash and all of these. You know what I'm saying?
Lord.
And I personally,
that's a little too far.
I don't
I get what you're saying.
But how?
How is that going?
How is it too far? How far is too far?
You bugging now?
The way.
You bugging?
How is that too far, bro?
You bugging?
I mean, all right.
Who's your top 5? Who's your top 5?
Please interview
top 5 rap groups out in New York.
Out of New York.
Thank you.
Okay, hold on. Let me throw this out there.
All right.
The opinion of Young Haas is not a reflection of Party G nor the rest of the 10 Toes Down podcast.
Viewers discretion advised. Okay,
Go.
viewers discretion.
Listen,
because he wild.
I think you gotta.
Lord of mercy.
Now I ain't gonna have a Kanye moment today. Yeah.
Nah,
I'm chilling.
Just listen.
Honestly, okay. You do have a valid point as far as like the Everest.
Okay, now you buck dancing.
You do
we
have-
we just want to know your five.
Give me your
now.
5, bro.
Let's-
Give me
give
your
us your
5.
now.
Give
My
me your
personal 5.
Yeah.
Run DMC.
Disrespectful.
Okay.
I'm just playing.
Public Enemy.
Look at me.
Okay.
Wu-Tang.
All right.
Wu-Tang.
Okay. Hold up, kids. If you don't know these groups, just Google them. And
type
we'll
in.
work that out.
You should
Nah,
know
tap
these
in,
groups.
do your research.
No.
Yeah.
That's how you don't know who Martin Luther King and Malcolm X is.
Hey, do your
They're
research
about
on
to
You
that.
got some of these
Look
kids
them
that
up,
don't
too.
know who
Do
it
your
is.
research, bro.
Look, they're about
But
to
you
take
know
that
what?
out to schools,
They're
right?
not being presented as much. Like when we were young, we heard about them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? People talked about them.
Facts.
True.
They're not talking about them like that.
And that's what we here for, to go ahead and change the difference.
And we got
You talking to the motherfucking master teacher,
Oh.
and you niggas are going to fucking learn, even if it fucking kills me.
Oh, real
I'm
quick,
sorry,
what
go
happened to
ahead.
Method
I had
Man
to get that
during
out the way.
what was that thing that they do every year? Method Man had came out and said he's never performing in front of that crowd
Oh
again.
yeah, Summer
Summer
Jam.
Jam.
Summer Jam.
Yeah,
Remember,
Summer
you heard about
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah, 'cause a bunch of-
they was young. They wasn't bopping to his stuff.
They're not going to relate
They
to
was
him.
looking at him like
He
he,
can't-
they looking like that nigga like he was Frankenstein or
They
something.
listening to Rod 49 and Sexy Red and
he kept it real. He
he
kept
kept
it
it real.
real. He was
yeah,
like, yo,
nah, that's a fact.
you know what I'm saying?
They're
So,
too young in here. Y'all
all
know
right,
what's
But
going
you
on.
know
prime
what?
example.
You gotta be.
That's a valid
You gotta
point.
be set
No
up
doubt.
for that. And to be honest, you gotta be a special kind of talent to be able to even hold that type of crowd, because Method Man should have known. He should have known what type of crowd that is. Even though he's performed at it,
Yeah.
it's
different
catered
era.
to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
youth. It's like part of the pop
I
culture.
like the demographics.
You know
but
what I'm
look,
saying?
they know a Beyonce. I bet
Yeah,
you
but that's
Beyonce
different,
would have
but
came
she
out.
was-
That's pop
but
culture.
The females
Females different.
might rock with it, but the dudes
That's
is gonna be
interesting.
like,
Yeah, dude's not going to, yeah.
So what's up with that? Is it because it's pop? Is it because she's a female? Because look, she's up there. She's been out. What? She had a 20-year run. You know what I mean?
It's because that platform, like he said, caters to the younger crowd. Like a Summer Jam, they want the sex.
That's for the teenagers.
Glorillaz. The only person I know that could rock in and still be in the loop with them is Jim Jones, because he has records and he stays in the loop with them.
Yeah, facts.
On a higher level and on a lower level
Okay.
with the younger community.
He
So
cross
he
market.
could do a Summer Jam and everybody's gonna pop up.
Yeah, 'cause they-
You know what I mean?
Okay, well
He
listen,
tapped
shout out
into
to
it.
Jim for that. I like
You
your
know what I
marketing
mean?
strategy to
Now
keep
with
yourself up there.
Meth's a legend. Like he's doing other things. He
Acting.
He might just come up off a movie and then do a show, and like it's not
ain't
like,
nothing to him.
So it's all about who is they, trying to cater
But the crazy thing is that the same dude, to my meth, could go overseas and pack a crowd with like
Now,
50,
overseas is
60,000
different,
fucking
though.
people.
Overseas is different for
Yeah,
any
even-
anybody,
any
not anybody.
genre.
But
overseas.
if you got a good core
Listen.
fan base, you could go overseas.
But that's
They-
the way to build it.
They cater to the culture.
Period.
So when you
Young
talk
or
about
old.
the culture, you're talking about the lineage of hip hop. You're talking about, a certain point or when it really popped off over there. Let's say the 80s. You know what I'm saying?
I think they in
So
So let me ask you this question.
They-
And
oh yeah, nigga, you're not getting out of this. We
You
still,
got two
three
more.
to go.
You got
three
three
more to
my
go.
bad.
Because you gave us
You got three.
Public Enemy,
Public Enemy,
Run DMC,
yeah,
Wu-Tang,
Wu-Tang.
and the 4 or 5 is tough.
What? Out of all the legends.
Yeah, because there's so many groups that came out of the city, so it's tough. Like I'm gonna go with the Mob Deep,
Okay.
and number 5. All right, you have some people that will say the Locks. I can't say the Locks because for me personally, they didn't put out enough albums. That's me.
Yo, bro, see,
I can't-
He's
I
wrong
can't.
with his own rules.
Okay, so
Talent-wise, yeah, but I can't. They put out enough albums.
Okay. So what's
You
your-
gotta have at least you gotta have at least 2 or 3 albums if
That's your criteria.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I can't.
But Pun, he gets a pass.
Yo, this is the
Biggie.
crazy thing though. Because
Yeah,
look,
crazy.
he
this is the
pun.
crazy thing though. You could name somebody that got a group right now that got way more albums than the Locks. You don't even see them niggas right now. Locks on tour right now. Right now, like literally fresh from a tour to another tour.
All right, I'm gonna name a group of that's number 5 that don't have too many albums, but their impact is so phenomenal that you can't deny the impact that they had on hip hop in the city.
Who is it?
My number 5 for me is G Unit.
Yeah, Gina, of course.
Gina number 5.
And they still
Gina
rocking.
is
I
still,
think
you know what I mean?
That's not a
he got a
bad
residency.
choice.
Yeah,
That's
Gina
not
number
bad.
5.
I mean,
So yeah,
in your opinion, right? But he got a residency.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all a question. We mentioned like Jim Jones being that guy that can still rock with the younger generation because he marketed himself as such. Who else besides him that can pull something off like a summer jam that's, a little that has some legacy?
It's a lot of.
Give me a few names.
Yeah, it's a lot of
French
artists.
Montana.
French.
Okay, French can still come and pop. Okay.
Because they make music catered to
Even
them.
Kiss. Like Kiss can
Kiss
come
can
out to
come
summer
out.
jam and that shit's gonna be
Yeah,
packed.
Kiss can rock anything.
Like,
okay.
Yeah, Kiss can
You
rock
know what I
anything.
mean? So it's like
All
there's
right.
a few artists
I
that
was
still can
interested
do it.
in knowing.
You know what I mean? I just say like in New York City in general, over this last year, we know that Jim been working with a lot of young artists.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Jim, French, Kiss. I don't think I don't
So
think
let
too
me
many
ask you
others.
a question.
I don't
When
think
it
too
comes
many
to some of the legends or just some people, because Snoop, his album is fire.
Come on, Snoop
with
is
Dre
crazy.
and them or whatever.
Yeah, Snoop's a legend.
Do you are they marketing to the younger demographic? Like some of the OGs who's putting some stuff out there. Who else put some stuff out? Him. With Dre, Will Smith came out with a few songs. I'm like, all right, and it was a crazy one he did with this with the guy.
Yeah, Will got some balls.
Yeah, he
too.
got it.
Will got some
I heard
balls.
him rap over that Griselda beat. He went over.
Crazy.
Yeah, he went on. Yeah,
I
Will
was
got
like,
some balls.
wow.
Niggas sleep on Will.
Yeah. I feel
Will
like
always had it.
something's happening where they coming out like, yo, it ain't over for us. You know what I mean? Like LL was talking.
I don't even think it's like that. It's like they just love doing what they do.
They love the culture.
They just putting the work in.
Yeah.
And whoever rock with it, rock with it.
They got the money.
When
They
you at
got-
that level, it's like, man, I'm just doing.
Because them niggas paper is straight. They not worried about, I gotta make sure I make it for this particular type of beat.
Yeah, I'm
Nah.
chilling. Like
They doing it for the love at this
I
point.
feel like they all had a meeting though, because it was like back to back to
Yeah,
back.
nah, they
I
been
was like,
dropping.
what's going
They
on?
been
You know what I'm
dropping.
saying?
And that's good for hip-hop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's absolutely good.
It was
You know
like,
what I mean?
okay.
Because you still get a sense of what the craft is about. You know what I'm saying? Like if you respect the craft of hip hop, then good music is good music, no matter where it comes from or who
Facts.
it comes from. You know.
But to be honest with you also, a lot of these niggas can't even go on tour like that because they're not selling anything as far like these arenas and shit like
That's
that.
a different. That's a different
That's
aspect.
a different
Now,
conversation.
Yeah.
if you are making yourself or your music marketable, now we're talking about a different aspect. We're talking about campaigns. We're talking about
That's what I'm saying,
targeting
like-
the demographic, whether they're
keep
more
hearing
matured
marketing.
or seasoned or they're younger,
tired of hearing this.
group. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck do it really take? Come on, everybody marketing, branding. It's like a
You know why?
violin to me now.
Because
Like
society
we got a whole
now-
generation that we gotta persuade. Like y'all gotta understand. I'm so tired of this shit with this marketing.
The reason it's like that is because what they grew up with. They grew up with more technology. They grew up with a shorter attention span.
Way shorter
You know,
attention span.
Way
So-
shorter.
Like albums don't even last long.
Listen,
no more.
Nah.
if a record is hot, let's just say it's hot like Kendrick's last record was. That shit seems like it's an anomaly because it don't really fucking happen.
Nah, it doesn't.
It may happen underground. You know what I'm saying? It may happen over certain airwaves or certain platforms and stuff like that. But, you know, and we talked about this before.
He must have put a lot of marketing or some type of good
He got a
marketing
big
for that
machine behind him.
anomaly to happen.
well,
that's-
controversy.
Y'all think so?
That was
Because Drake was
controversy.
kind of.
But
That was a whole situation that boosted that record.
It's the
up.
Yeah, facts.
controversy.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
controversy.
then you got, you know, people who are on platforms such as ours. Don't forget to subscribe to 10 Toes Down podcast on all platforms.
Right.
You know, they are kind of perpetuating it. So this is one thing that somebody told me a long time ago. Fans don't know what they like really until they hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't know what they like.
When it comes to music.
When it comes to
Facts.
music, you know what I mean?
So you agree
This
to
is
that?
why.
Facts.
This is
Yeah.
why you can. This is why You talk about the young boys talking about this other dude is better than Jada, J Herbo. You know what I'm saying?
Herbo, yeah.
You don't even know him.
So, you know.
And I like G Herbo.
Yeah,
No,
nah,
I'm not.
but
You know,
that's
shout
why.
out to him.
Yeah.
Shout out to J Herbo. But what I'm saying is, the people who vibe with that, they didn't know about that until he popped on the scene with them. Like people have to hear it.
Facts.
And sometimes it takes a little time. Sometimes people are vibing. Sometimes they in a situation or they in an environment or something, or they might be at an event and they hear the song and they just see. You know what I'm saying? It happens so differently for everybody as far as that is concerned. So, you know, it's just the nature of the time that we living in.
Let me tell you.
This is just
I mean, it's like
what's
that.
next.
But that's when the marketing come in, though. When you ask why the marketing, but that's when the marketing come in. Like you said, the fans
But what
don't
is
even
the
know what
right
they like.
marketing? Right.
So the marketing is the radio promo, this and that. That way you keeping that record in the fans' ear just all the
In
time.
the subconscious,
It's just like
yeah.
we're the ABCs and shit.
Right.
We don't even be liking half of the record sometimes, but when we jump in the whip or we go out to the club or we do this, we always hear
You
this
hear
shit.
that shit all over.
Right. we just
so
start
now you
singing
start
and
hearing,
shit.
yo, I didn't hear that. That motherfucking 808 is
Right.
Yeah, I ain't even hear that. Now you start finding the other shit in the song. Like, oh,
and you
something-
still may not like the song.
Yeah, but you
something
like that
is
one part of
catchy.
the beat. Like, oh, nah, this.
And before you know it, you
like
singing
that.
along
Now
to
you
some
singing
shit
the
that
whole
you
record.
hated a month ago.
Yeah, now you singing the record.
And that's what's called programming.
Facts.
Yes.
Right, because that happens to me, and I get annoyed by it.
Yes, that
let me
happens.
run some artist names by you. I'm on the Brooklyn Paramount website.
Okay.
So I just asked my 17-year-old son, "Do you know this artist?" So do you know Alex Warren? Anybody knows Alex Warren? Japanese Breakfast.
Nah.
Okay.
they lit, though. Shit,
Coco Jones.
I know Coco Jones. She outside.
Saint Vitus. James Bay.
Who?
What?
James Bay.
No.
What about Central C?
Yeah.
I know about Central Park.
Right?
Right, Annie, David, Perfume. So I'm asking my son about what about Young Nudie,
Yeah, he from Atlanta. I know Young Nudie.
What?
Jesse Reyes.
A salsa singer?
What about Acid?
Sounds like rock and roll.
Acid Bath.
Sound like rock and roll.
Acid bath.
Some type of rock and roll.
These are
Yeah,
names of groups.
But that's not hip hop.
it's not hip hop.
Right. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You're talking about like pop.
pop culture,
Or
but
Couple rappers, but it's mostly
Right. Even rappers that kind of break into that scene. Before we used to be like, oh, you sold out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I remember
Or
that was a thing,
You
right?
went pop. Like
but that's the
You
thing
went
now.
commercial.
you went
facts.
commercial. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like
commercial.
that.
Ah, you ain't
Yeah.
commercial.
Niggas going commercial.
Right. And you know what? I used to be like, you sound like a hater.
You sound like a
know what I'm
hater.
saying?
That's the
'Cause the
bag.
nigga, exactly.
Yeah.
The money right there.
Went to the he went to the bag. He went
to the bag.
He
So
went
as
bag.
an artist, would you prefer to be in the genre of hip hop, or would you prefer to be pop, and why?
I mean, I don't even care about the categories a person put me in. I just care about if you fuck with the music.
Right.
And I don't mind stepping out of the lane to do other records.
Right.
Because it's fun. That's the point. You're supposed to have fun with this shit.
So
Like,
would you do a country?
I mean, if I'm feeling it at the moment,
Yeah.
maybe, but
Yeah.
I won't just be like, nah, I ain't fucking with that shit.
I ain't country. What the hell is
Let me
country?
hear it first. Maybe maybe that country record might be the biggest record I ever done in my whole life.
Right. You be proud of it. Okay.
You know what I mean? So you can't just cut yourself short.
I mean, music is music. If it's dope,
Music
it's
is
dope.
music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But some people are stuck in a certain genre.
Now, if you ask me, would I do a country album or would I change up what I'm doing right now?
Right.
For me, like a project on my own, nah.
Yeah.
But if somebody came with me a feature like, yo, you trying to get on this? If I could fuck with it, I would.
That's the
But I
difference.
won't do no Party G pop album. Like, nah. no.
Because that's not his audience. That's not your
not what I'm
audience.
doing.
Can you
right now.
imagine going on
Yeah,
stage?
that's not your audience.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm
not what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
That's how people
It could
confuse
become
their
his
audience.
audience.
My
Okay.
mans be like, some of my mans be doing that shit like,
But for some
you had a
people,
hard record,
Right.
next record, trap shit. Like,
yeah.
how the fuck you, bro? Stick to the like.
For some people it work, but some people it don't work.
People,
So it's like
only work when you established, my nigga.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
when it work. Get established.
Like,
get lit,
Lil Durk got
then
this
you can
record
do
with
what you want.
can
the
do what
Morgan
you want.
Wallen dude,
This is
the
a
country
fact.
dude, the country singer dude, or
Who?
whatever. Lil Durk.
Right.
But he could get away with that because he
That's Lil Durk.
So even if
Point
that record
blank
didn't work for him,
That's it.
that's one of his biggest records.
When
But he-
Hov was doing them joints with Timberlake and Linkin Park and all that, he got away with it because it was Hov.
It was
He
him.
Like, man, it's Hov. Fuck it.
Right.
so
He
it's
already
like certain people get
established.
away with
Yeah.
that, but not everybody can. So
Fuck
like,
Young
whatever.
forever. What?
Even Wayne, like once you're a big artist
Wayne
and you
is pop.
established,
certain people could get away with whatever. So even if this record don't work, is he cool because he Lil Wayne? He could go back to doing what the fuck he normally do.
And the funny thing is, the argument can be said that they are trying to jump on to what he's doing.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because
That is true.
that's really kind of
The culture
like
wins.
how that would work. Because
Ooh, I like that.
when you think about Jay with Linkin Park, like Linkin Park was doing what they was doing, but they knew to get that sustainable crowd.
Yo, we need these
They
hip hop
had-
niggas.
they-
Bring
and
Jay Z
and
over
to make
here.
sure that they crowd was a crowd that was going to be around a while. They have to
Cross
find
promote, I feel
other
like.
that been going. Even Run
audiences to
DMC, you
get
said
into.
that. They-
Facts.
Come on, that's what they
had
did
a
with the
record,
rock and
right?
roll.
Yeah,
With the rock and roll.
And went on a whole tour.
Rock and roll
Facts.
is like soccer.
Aerosmith and them.
Soccer make in sports, they make the
Worldwide.
most
You
money.
gotta remember,
worldwide.
a lot of these
Rock and roll
festivals,
is.
if you I remember watching the Woodstock Festival.
Woodstock 99.
And fucking
Ooh.
a lot of these rock and roll niggas was on there, but then you had DMX on there.
X was out there.
Ice Cube was on there.
Yo, shout out to X.
So it's
Rock was out there.
so rock and roll and hip hop always was kind of like
And
Right.
hand in hand, always
in
messing with each other.
history, that
Yeah,
really
I
was
think
our
so.
stuff. We're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
gonna
we-
go there
we-
with that.
yeah, we
We're
know
not
that's
gonna
another
go
thing,
there.
but yeah.
James
You know
Brown,
that-
all them, we ain't gonna go there.
Yeah,
That's
that
all
that's
this is ours.
definitely
We are the
ours.
creators and innovators. We're the
But it was more of a rebellious music. Rock and roll is sort of like a rebellious music.
That's the similarity between rock and roll and hip
rebellious
hop.
genre. Hip hop comes across as a rebellious genre.
Mm-hmm.
Like when hip hop was young, they was talking about, oh, it's a fad. It ain't gonna be around that
Your
long.
parents don't want you listening to that shit.
Yeah, it's just gonna
Same
be-
thing was
it's gonna
happening
be
back
here
in the
for
day.
5
They parents
minutes.
didn't want them listening to that
Yeah.
shit. That's the devil's music.
they still
Now their parents is the same one in corporate America doing deals with these artists to get them to be ambassadors of their brand.
Brands.
and doing
Facts.
it.
true.
You ain't
Full
doing
circle.
it.
Make it make
dancing.
Full
sense.
circle.
circle.
Facts.
But they're
No,
not gonna
make
allow
it
that
make
shit.
dollars.
No,
You
it's
know?
making dollars, but for them, not for the people who's creating.
Right.
More so for them than the people who's creating it. You know what
I mean,
I'm saying?
it can be though for now.
Right.
Like that's back in the day when we wasn't getting $1 now. Now
even
you
now,
can
look-
get that
look
dollar
at-
now.
look at,
If you know what you're doing.
Barstool and a lot of these other big platforms that's
Yeah, yeah.
sponsoring hip hop
Yeah, yeah.
podcasts.
I get-
She came in them lit.
lit.
Cam
Right.
makes fucking lit. Like what?
You know?
And
Got
they ain't doing
together.
no music.
Yeah.
No music. Got it together.
They talk about sports, and half the time them niggas just be talking shit. Them they don't know what the fuck is going on
Mace,
half the
your
time. They just
laugh.
they you know what I mean. You just
Right.
want to see them
They're-
talk and do their thing.
They're
Mace and
being
Cam will
being
laugh.
entertaining because they themselves are
They created something
their
again.
characters.
they
You know what I'm
created
saying?
As
Right.
we do. That's
You know?
what we do.
And that's natural.
We
for
bring
us.
our
You know what I'm saying? We do that.
perspective
They being their authentic selves.
And
That's
our own-
them. You can
this
tell
is
that
us.
they really being them.
They
Right.
Harlem all the way.
And the thing
That's
about
Harlem.
it is, with Harlem, we gonna talk sports. We gonna, we talking about, oh, nigga, your man's ain't all that and this,
Yeah.
that, and third. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And we just gonna have fun. So-
Like Cam was fucking talking about, yo, I had a better run in the streets than AZ.
Oh, that's what he said?
I never knew about
his opinion,
Cam's
like
running
you
the
said.
streets, but you know,
But that's what I say. Niggas, Harlem niggas gonna talk shit.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
Once
You-
again.
but there's everybody sitting back watching. They're entertained by this shit.
right, because it's going to create a conversation.
Sensation. You know what I'm saying?
It
So
is.
it's like
That's true.
And
it
that's
just shows the
same
power of the
thing.
culture all
That's the
around.
same thing that happened with Kendrick and Drake.
And shout
you know
out
what
to
I'm saying?
Jim Jones, make Dipset great again. I was like,
That
I
was
thought
promo.
that's promo.
That's marketing
and
promo.
I pray that him and Cam, get back tight again, just like Cam and Mace did. Those are the brothers. They made history. So I don't know what the hell is going on, but y'all better get it together. Cause y'all brothers.
Time is always due.
Time is of the essence. They gonna
Time
be
heals
back
all
right.
wounds.
Time is
Yes.
That's a fact.
Yes.
That's a fact.
They're
You know.
brothers.
Yo, shit, man. Nigga, Speaking of which, bro, you got a lot of shit going on, my boy.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, man. Just out here maneuvering.
International party.
And he don't even got no bags under his eyes. He out here making it work.
out. You know what I mean? Just staying focused on the mission.
Yeah.
I went to Dubai. That was a great experience, bro. I would go back for sure. Like, one of the best times I've had in my life. Literally, I went for 7 days. Got to tap in with the culture over there.
I ain't front, man. The first thing I said was like, "Hey, man, I hope that nigga don't get caught up there, man."
Nah. I was sober. I ain't bring no weed in there. I wasn't fucking around and shit. I feel like moments like that, you just gotta cherish the moments. It's like really once in a lifetime.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, I say I would go back, but who knows when I'm gonna go back to like Dubai? Like, bro, come on, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Those just like moments you gotta cherish and just. So I ain't had no weed and shit. I was chilling. Like,
how was the food out there?
Amazing. Like, everything was good, and it wasn't
Quality.
expensive as people like think it is. It's like, just say being in Times Square for like maybe 4 or 5 days.
I know a couple of like TikTokers and stuff that I follow who live in Dubai. A couple of black females that give us the insight day to day. And
a lot of black females out there doing their thing.
Okay.
Doing the business. I'm like, I'm considering
there,
a lot of entrepreneurs. Quality of life is different. You get to live a high quality of life that is affordable.
That's affordable. That's what I'm saying.
Like, she was
that's
showing
affordable.
her apartments, and we was giving her
like the shit I'm playing for in Brooklyn right now. I could be out there living crazy.
For real, no, honestly,
dead ass, bro, crazy. Like,
yeah,
but it was definitely dope. It was definitely
he said that for real. Like, what? I could have this whole penthouse for like
That's all you see is big ass
1,000. Yeah,
gated off.
For real.
But that was dope. That was cool.
So like when you go overseas, right, and you see all that shit, and it kind of, like we were saying before, traveling, it brought into your mind. So when you come back on the soil, like
go time.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
It's like motivation. Like that was my first time going overseas. Like, first time. I just got my passport like a month before the trip. Like, that was my first time out the country. Legitly. I went to Mexico.
And you was brave, but I don't.
That was my first time legit.
Wait, what you said?
I went to Mexico. That was my first time legitly across the country, and it was like the best. Like, I came back, got back to New York, and we're just looking at everything like different, like what I can accomplish in life if I want to.
Facts.
You know what I mean? That's what it was about. Like, even if I don't want to move out the country, I know I could live better in the country because there's shit happening out there. You know what I mean? So that's all it was for me. Motivation. Got back to New York and just started turning up. Like, I had a few shows on the comeback. I did a show with 38 Special.
The one that Philly,
that was dope.
Yeah, how that situation
was a great turnout. That was an awesome turnout. Graph popped out. Shout out to Graph. OT the Rail came through.
Shout out to OT.
Benny came through. Kaya Baby. It was dope.
Shout out to Kaya Baby. She underrated crazy.
She was dope. She came through with DJ Trace. Put on a movie. That shit was dope. Then after that, I had a show in Brooklyn with Conway. Not like Sunday like that. But I had a show with OT too before that. It was like mad shows back to back as soon as I got back. So I was just like on the energy from Dubai and just going straight into the show.
Work.
Like, my best performances these last 2 weeks, bro. Like, that ass turning up crazy.
That's what's up.
So when I got back, I did the show with Conway. And that show was a good vibe too. At the Meadows, Brooklyn. He sold it out.
Yeah, shout out to, that's a dope.
Conway's always dope to see him rap because, you know, his situation.
Yeah.
So to just see him up there just word for word, not missing nothing. Like, no breaths, like none of that. Like,
That's
just holding it down.
Motivation.
He's a vet. Like, that ass super vet.
You know what I'm saying?
So that was dope.
So there was like a rumor, right? You know, like how New Yorkers don't, when it comes to like the entertainment world, New Yorkers in particular don't support each other. But what I'm seeing with you and seeing how that brotherly love is happening and you're moving around and you guys are doing things collectively, would you agree or disagree with that rumor?
I mean, I definitely disagree with that rumor for sure. Any situations or doors or areas I walked in where it was other artists that could give me game genuinely, it just happened. Like, literally off of the show with Spesh. I threw the show with Spesh. I didn't even know Benny was coming. Benny came to the show. Off that show, I ended up creating another avenue with me to start working with him. So it's like, I just feel like that's gonna work on how you move. I keep telling even my bros that, like, some of my bros, I'm like, yo, bro, just relax, bro. You never got, nah, bro, I gotta, bro, no, you don't, bro. We here, like, you good. Niggas like, nah, bro, I gotta. And it's like, bro, you know what? Go ahead. Cause ain't shit gonna work for you that way, bro. Nothing is gonna work for you. It might work a few times, but eventually niggas gonna get tired of that shit.
Right.
Or catch on, bro. But I feel like New York in general, when it comes to the artists, it's definitely love.
We showing love. I
It's
love it.
definitely love.
Right,
Like OD, like especially with the OGs too.
We feel it even here with podcasting. Yo, we call somebody, they try to make it no matter what level they are in their career. They try to come
They
through.
pull up.
They try to
Yeah,
pull
they
up,
pull
such
up.
as yourself. And we want to say thank you and give you
Nah,
your
thank y'all,
flowers
for real.
for what you
Yeah,
do.
that energy definitely changed it, like the last year or so.
It's changing.
To me,
Right.
Yo, it's
It
crazy.
is. It is.
it has
It
changed.
is.
Yeah.
I saw
I
a
feel like we had a
post
curse in New York.
I saw a
at first.
post
Hell.
this morning actually where this woman was like, why are they blocking out the sun? And
Okay.
it was interesting because first she was talking about how they talk about climate change, the planet, they want to cool the planet off, they want to do this, that. Then she said, that's not really the case. She said that it was because of the sun, the energy coming from the planet that's hitting the earth, that's sending high levels of high frequency of energy. It's sending like the solar flares. It's sending all of these different aspects of the sun that's coming down, that's hitting people and raising their consciousness. You know what I'm saying? And think about it, they spraying the chemtrails because they want to block the sun shining on us.
Yeah.
And
That's deep.
The benefits of that.
Nah, that's deep.
Yeah.
Nah, yo, that's crazy.
It
'cause
affects
all
your
that is-
behavior,
all that
your
is
thinking.
that ass real, like official, like it's super official because
Facts.
you know we get all our energy from the sun. So once you block the sun away, that means you put in people confidence down, like you said, like you're not
Yeah.
waking up.
Your vibration
That's
is
one thing
low.
I was saying about earlier when I told y'all I went to LA to go visit and just end up staying 2 years.
Yeah, that
Because I
shit-
was just waking up beautiful, like damn, like
Different
it's-
energy.
Every day is
Yeah.
nice.
Really?
Every day,
That's
like one day is. I was talking to my cousin like, yo, bro, every day is nice. She's like,
And then you
Every
happen
day.
to see
Right.
the behavior pattern over there with the
Yeah.
average person walking the
Motherfuckers
street
is
versus
laid
over
back,
here in
right?
New York
Yeah,
where
that's
it's
true.
cold, right?
that's true.
But you
Cold
know,
weather
you know
gives
what's crazy
cold
though?
attitude.
Like when you go on the I-95, I mean not the Jersey Turnpike's I-95,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So when you on the turnpike coming into the city,
He said every day.
if you look at the city,
Every day.
you see dark clouds over the city. Like you literally see that shit from the fucking highway or
Yeah.
whatever.
It's real, y'all.
You see dark clouds over
Nah,
the
it's
city,
real.
and when you see that, it's like, okay, damn, that explains a lot. Cause it's kind of like, you know what I mean? It's something. Well, I ain't gonna get. Well, we was talking about the chemtrails, but I can
Yeah,
get a little
let's
deeper,
not-
but I ain't gonna get that deep. But for those who was understood, they gotta be explained.
Right. Whoever knows knows.
But
That's it.
yeah, when you go ahead and block out certain shit, you know what I mean? You create a negative atmosphere, and then you know what I mean? Because now everybody's dealing with low vibrations, and that's how you got different shit happen.
Low
But
That's
compared
why
to
your
like when that
guys is
sun,
like, no, man. And you
What?
like,
when that
no.
sun is shining,
That sun is shining.
like you said, niggas is feeling good.
That's why you gotta keep that sun.
You
Your sun
feel
shining.
Facts.
so
Yeah,
good.
You gotta
facts.
keep your light on, always going.
You gotta have-
I do
you gotta
that
have the inner
all
light.
the time, man. I
But go
just keep
out
myself going.
sometimes, guys. Go to other states and come back. Because I went to North Carolina and there's a lot of New Yorkers that moved there.
Yo,
and I
yes.
was talking to someone, and he's from New York, over there, and he was like, he said he had a conversation with another person that's from New York, and she said, when I think of New York now, I see dark. I see, this is the way she's describing
man,
it.
that's
I
bad.
know. She didn't say I see dark. She said I see gray. I see gray. I don't want to go over there anymore. But that just plays a role in our behavior, how we support one another, how we interact with one another, and just like we have high levels of depression here, like it's at an all-time high in New York City.
Right.
So this is really something to really consider, even as an artist. Be in the sun so you can think properly, so you can connect with the right people.
Darkness leads to mental illness. When you in the dark all the time, when it's gloomy all the time, I mean, you in the hood, you know what I mean? You be wanting to hurt niggas. You be wanting to do shit to niggas. When you wake up and it's cloudy and ain't no sunshine, you don't got nothing to look forward to, you want to go. You know, that's the shit that'll make a nigga want to go kill somebody.
You don't.
Not trying to condone it, but you know what I'm saying?
You don't have that drive.
Nah.
You feel like, what am I doing it for?
You gotta create it. You gotta come through here, because like you be angry and you don't even know why you angry.
We can't hold ourselves on being on some type of time like New Yorkers it's got the dark place, but that's gonna stop us.
That's like, not.
But you got
bro. I be driving past Marcy all the time, bro. Bro, no lie. I be driving past Marcy all the time. Like, damn, this nigga whole dead ass came out of here. Like, this shit is wild. Like, to this 2025 right now. Yeah. Driving past Marcy, like, damn, son, a billionaire came out of that shit.
So no excuse.
What is the
motivation,
excuse, bro? What is the excuse?
Damn, Marcy's like that.
But it show you how powerful hip hop is, because hip hop is the rose that came from the concrete. It came from the nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you know the history of the Bronx, it came from literally nothing.
Well,
so it's
it really was something that people shut it down and made it nothing to come uplifting and liberating ourselves again.
Right now.
It's blossoming.
It's blossoming right now. It's at the top of his
it went from being that little flower to now, niggas at the penthouse. You know what I'm saying? Like,
come on now.
Nah, we not in the gutter no more, nigga. We not partying fucking you know what I mean, in the park now, nigga. We in the penthouse suite. You gotta let us in.
I'm surprised Marcy's
like, you go to the fucking NBA games, nigga. They playing hip hop. You go to baseball games, and baseball is a historically racist sport. They're playing hip hop. You know what I mean? So it's like, nah, nigga, it was so, you know what I mean? So that's how when people say negative shit about hip hop.
Ice Cube performed at the World Series.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was
like, and did his motherfucking thing.
That was crazy.
He
lit too.
Yeah.
That shit was lit. He did a great show.
He did a great job. Yeah.
That shit was lit.
It was crazy. Came out there with the 6'4",
Shout out to Ice
riding around
Cube,
the outside. Yo, it was dope.
Our people are doing it, man.
It just shows you the power of the culture, because like it's always a negative. They always talk about the negative, and it's like to me, I feel like hip hop has saved more lives than it's taking lives. Now, it's a difference between hip hop and the entertainment industry, right? Hip hop is just a culture within the entertainment history. Now, if you want to talk about entertainment, yeah, there's a lot of fucked up things going on in entertainment, but hip hop is like the only good thing that came out of that fucked up shit.
And the thing is, it's always been happening.
But way before
just got
hip hop.
social media now where you can see that shit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. You can just see it like that. That's the only difference. Like, it been happening.
Like even what's going on in the trains and shit, right? Like, nigga, I remember being on the train back when I was a little boy, and a nigga robbed the whole train car.
Right now.
The trains is wild.
Okay.
Like, but to me, it's more wild back in the day.
Yeah, way more.
Like, back in the day, they tell you don't go in the last car. Because you go in the last car, nigga, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but talking about frequency and vibration, prior to me coming here, I was just listening to video of someone who advocates for the MTA workers, and there is a report that came out about the enormous amount of chemicals in the train station, and that some of it is carcinogen, that is leading to a lot of health issues. So once again, as we were talking about the sun, when you say the train is wild, when you see all these people doing all the violence and doing all this crazy stuff, there's chemicals in there that's agitating this type of behavior.
FMTA, time
you
to get cars.
What I'm saying? Like, this is real. Like, there's chemicals in there that's messing with your mind, causing you sickness.
Yeah.
The report came out. So this ain't no conspiracy, nothing. So once again,
that don't surprise me.
Wear masks in that motherfucker. I was just listening to that. And I'm gonna put that out, because that is wild.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
That is wild. And they still let it go on. And you wonder why you're not thinking well. I was looking at a young lady on the bus walking on with her sister. Her sister asked her, is everything okay? And she's like, so you just out of nowhere feeling sad, feeling down. Yeah.
Your immune system low, you getting sick all the time. You know
and I watched her sister walk off and talk to her friends, but she came and was like, what's going on? Talk to me. You know what I mean? This is what's going on. This is what's happening.
It's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
So be mindful. Stay in the sun.
The environments, man. You just got to keep yourself up. Keep yourself going. I mean, We all been through struggles.
Now with you, man, you've been through, like, we ain't touched on it. Well, me and you touched on it the first time when we interviewed on another platform.
Yeah.
But like with you, like, you an inspiration. I'm not just saying that shit to say that shit because, you know, I know your backstory.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know you got shot a few times.
Yeah, nah, for real, word.
So like going through that, we ain't like the details behind this shit, but just the aftermath of it. A lot, I know, you know, we all know people who've been shot and then they just go crazy. They go off the deep end and they ain't never the same. They just, they brains is fried. They fucked up. So how did you like take that situation and just use it to go ahead and first get your body right, but most importantly, get your mind back sharp or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because that's a trauma, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, I mean, I've been going through trauma since I was young, bro. Like, my pops got shot in front of me when I was young. And
That's
crazy,
crazy.
too. I was, like, 4 years old. Feel me? My pops got locked up doing 15 years when I was young. So I always had, like, trauma and shit. I just took the trauma and turned it into, like, it's a reason why I'm still here. Like, when I got shot and shit, I got stabbed. All mad shit, bro. And this all before rap. Like, this is not even no rap. Like, I wasn't even a rapper. I wasn't even thinking about that shit. I just took the moments, like, it's a reason why I'm still here. You know what I mean? It's a reason why my pops ain't died. It's a reason why he did 15, like, don't even got a scratch. Like, it's a reason why for that. And once I just kept doing that, I was looking for my purpose. I don't know, man. That's when I think rap came into. Like, I think that's what it was for me. But I always took trauma or take trauma as a blessing. Because if you don't, that's what's going to make you crash out. Even like going to prison and shit. I went to prison too. And it's like all the males in my family or my bloodline went to prison. Like, literally. So it's like, I take the moments like, this is a life learning lesson. Don't put myself back in this position and just keep it pushing. I could have been done right here. It's like it's a sign from God.
I feel like with all that you've been through, you know, it's like you're breaking that generational, you know, repeated. I say
Hell yeah.
But yeah, like you're the first person. I'm really proud of you, and I'm pretty sure your parents are proud of you for taking your pain and turning it into success, but also consciously knowing what happened and how you can turn that around, you know, so that the next generation, your children's children won't even be able to relate. Like, what happened to you?
It's over. Like, you're going to start wilding. Like, if I would have got shot, got myself together, and ran back in the streets, trying to, you know, revenge or I wouldn't probably even be here, bro. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even be here. And I seen that. I done seen niggas get shot, try to run back out, and then it's over. They either doing 25 or
they in the ground.
Or they done now. Now it's done. Like, they ain't take the warning. They ain't take the lesson. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? So sometimes it's not even about being tough, bro. Like that ass. Like, once you get to that and realize, like, yo, it's not even about, like, it's about creating a legacy for who you are. It's about people knowing who you are when you leave here. That's what you want. That's what I want. I want niggas to know who I am when I'm long gone.
Right.
Yeah, what do you say that, and I'm glad you dropping these jewels, because, like, you know, people need to hear it, right? Especially the young boys, right? So we in a culture now where, like, they kind of glorify going to prison. It's being glorified. You know what I mean? Like, you have...
That's not the culture now. That's been the culture.
Oh, my God.
But more than ever before.
Nigga,
like,
I grew up, nigga, I always wanted to be the niggas from my block. Hammer, getting shot, playing Scully,
But let me ask you...
gambling. I always wanted to be that. Always was glorified. It always will be. But once you get in that position, it's up to you to learn the lesson, bro. That's all it is to it. Like, everybody want to be that nigga. Like, me coming up, you wasn't that nigga unless you was putting shit out.
But is that
Clapping
really the
shit,
culture
like,
now? Like the 15, like the teenagers to now? Because I see like the LGBT community out. I see like pop. Like I worked a little bit in Live Nation, and so some of these European artists, surprisingly, they have like the young generation's ears and eyes, and they're wearing like the you got the young boys wearing the nail polish now.
Nah, but that's a whole different. That's a different. This is a different.
He's talking about like the street in general or whatever. Like it's like kids that's like growing up like how we grew up or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say? It's
You
like,
feeling like, is it a problem being glorified, getting shot, going to prison, shooting niggas? That shit been
and
that
it's
way,
always
bro.
it's kind of always been like
So
always been like
it's
that.
still like that.
It
It's
definitely
always
been
gonna
like
be that way.
Okay.
It's just that nowadays with the young kids now, one thing I can say, some of them be just glorifying getting money.
That's what I'm
You know what I
saying.
mean?
That's
Some of the
this
kids
is,
be
this
like,
is what I see.
You got a bag money? Like,
Right,
you
like,
all this
they-
other
they
shit.
into, like,
nigga,
watching-
you pop a card yet or something?
Right,
Like,
they're
what are you
into
doing?
watching
Like,
Love and Hip Hop, the Kardashians.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't really see a lot of that gang banging as much as
it's just because
influence
it's a different.
It's
than
a
it was
it's different
before.
world.
I
They
see-
into getting the bag. They
well,
I
want
see
the
that. I
money.
see it in my neighborhood. These little
Right,
niggas.
I mean, it's
they-
isolated. It's isolated right now because
A little bit.
that's not going to really sell
It's not.
anything. You know what I'm saying? And companies are losing due to that. You know what I mean?
Because when the
watching-
artists are
that's
getting
not
killed,
true.
they're going
They
to
It's
watching
prison.
not gonna
LeBron wear the
happen.
merce. You know what I mean? Walking in there
that's
with
not the
But-
sound no more.
Right, but right now, when you have all of these questions and nobody's really getting any answer, there's no logic to what's going on. It's making it pointless. You know, it's really
They
pointless.
want that money.
And that's really what it come down to. Let me go try
And they-
to get this money so that I can.
And they smarter with getting money because, like,
but they got to be getting it
There's
for the right
content
reason.
creators. This is like now.
yeah, like, you know what I'm
trending.
saying? Some of them doing content.
There's not really a lot of gang. They want to be on
some
this
of them
now. You know what I'm
some
saying?
of them doing even the ones that's like not doing getting it the illegal way, they scamming. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Me and you come from the hand to hand era.
It's different. It's a
These
different
niggas just
world.
could go ahead and get 10.
They swiping.
They,
It's a whole
they getting $10,000-$15,000 and
Yeah.
They swipe.
It's a whole different.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a whole
The
different
skizzy-
game.
well, it might take me and you a month to make the 15. These niggas making it like in a couple of days
Yeah,
type
nah,
shit.
it's a different game.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
It's a whole
right.
different game
So,
or whatever. So
yeah, it's not the same.
they stupid and smart. They smart
And
because
they
they
put
know
up-
how to go ahead and do shit that we can't do.
But that's every era,
Ever, yeah.
bro. You gotta
Yeah.
think about it. You gotta think about when we was young niggas coming up, bro.
Niggas-
Smart dumb
Bro,
niggas.
I was bro.
The smartest dumb
Yo,
nigga you
my
knew.
niggas on my block, yo, used to be tired of me, bro. They niggas would call my mother, like, yo, come get your son, nigga, wild, and like niggas would be tired of me, yo. This niggas is stupid. That's every era, bro,
Yeah,
because we
yeah,
ain't know no better.
Facts.
We manhunt, we outside, we
Yeah.
got phones like that.
Yeah.
Shit different, like. And my mom didn't even let me have a phone at one point in time, like, nigga. So all I know was connecting outside.
Right.
Like these kids don't want to go outside. I used to love to go outside.
That's what I'm
Couldn't wait.
saying.
Nigga,
It's
yeah.
different. They're not even going outside to be gang
But they don't even
banging.
have to. Think about it though. Nigga could create a whole business right in the crib on their phone, laptop.
Fact.
You don't even know who son is
Streaming.
about. Son got the bag, chilling comfortably.
Streaming.
It's easier on how you gonna create what you want to do.
And half them
You
don't
got
want to be
way more
rappers no more. They want to be streamers. They
Right,
want to, you know what I
right.
mean?
Streaming
So
is
you
booming.
see less and less of
You
the
know,
gang
especially
banging.
the gamers, you
Right.
know, cats that
That's
be
what
on
they
the
doing.
games. And
That's
Yeah,
what my
streaming
son-
is booming right now.
They, you know, it's a really good thing, you know. And then a lot of them are getting into the trading. They're getting into the crypto.
Facts.
Know about
You know what I'm
Forex
saying?
and
'Cause
shit
they
like
wanna-
that.
they
yeah.
wanna
And,
flip
and
it.
you gotta think about it. Gangs,
It's
gangs
flip.
ain't really like.
They're not popping no more.
They're not
That's what I'm
popping
trying
no
to
more.
I don't
say.
want to say they're not popping, but I want to say they not on the bullshit they used to be on back in the day. Honestly, I feel like when a few of the big name gang like Nipsey, for rest in peace, I feel like when they lost a few big hitters in the gang world, I feel like it changed their whole aspect on how they move. They still out there doing their thing, but you don't see them as much, or they not as hot as they used to be. Like just wild. Yo, my whole block used to be flagging. I lived in Soundview, nigga. The whole block was flagging. Wrists, the pocket.
Yeah.
Niggas used to wear the hat, the bandana, and
So
do rag.
how is
That's
it?
that one. Yeah.
How is it
Yeah,
now?
it's like
How
on
is
it.
it- How is it
Walking
now?
building.
I mean,
Yes.
I ain't
It's a
live in the
little-
Bronx
it's a
in a
little-
little
you
minute
couldn't-
now, but
you couldn't
outside
look.
in general, you don't see that no more.
That's what I
And
was.
that's
That's what
crazy
this guy
because-
was saying.
And
I was
also,
up
you don't
at
see that no more because you know the
Soundview
cops are
today.
gonna come fuck with you. Niggas not really
Yeah, you
flagging
don't
and
see that. Remember
having
the crates
bees
and all that?
and the
Niggas
crates.
had-
Niggas don't have the crates and the bees no
Well,
more
I
because
ain't seen that.
you the target.
Yeah, you ain't seen
You
that.
walking, you
The D's gonna high bound on you, fuck with
But
you.
you gotta figure out how that takes away from the influence on the young. Nobody wants to be no gang nigga right now. 'cause
That's
they
what I'm
not
saying.
seeing
You
that.
see
Yeah.
small,
Right. They
small
not seeing
pockets
it,
of that. It's getting
and
smaller and
all
smaller.
they seeing is
I can
yo,
get this
nigga-
phone.
this
This
nigga
is
got-
They
oh,
have
shit,
therapy
you know what
for
I'm
this
saying?
phone now.
Yeah,
you
this
can
dude-
like
this
you got
dude's doing
teenagers like
XYZ. or I can get a stand and
Right.
and a little light, and I could do, you know,
I'm streaming.
this here. I can
thing.
make a couple dollars a month.
That's all.
But the funny thing is that even with the game banging, yeah, you not seeing it. You see it way more online now. Niggas like you'll see niggas like the ones that's in it. You see the niggas like they go on their ops block and they'll stream like, yeah, I'm on your block right now, nigga. What you want to do? I'm outside. I'm outside. We slide on these niggas.
Yeah, you know what's the crazy
that's
part, bro? That's a
stupidity
world
right there.
that I'm not even into. Like,
That's
I don't
a-
even be seeing none of that shit.
I be,
Yeah,
I
Yo,
got
my
little,
cousins and
seeing that
shit, they
either.
be showing me shit.
I got
bro.
little cousins and little
I'm not
niggas like
even
they
in
be
that-
doing this
that
stupid
world
shit.
I don't even
And I'm
see
like,
that
yo,
shit.
why would you like? And to them was like, you know what I
Is
mean?
that really a game then? Because I don't
Right,
know.
it-
The
it-
rules,
you know
the
what?
But it
rules
is,
have-
though.
the
They-
rules
they-
changed,
these niggas
guys.
be
The
doing
rules,
this
that was
stupid
not
shit.
the
But
rules.
it's the shock value. It's the shock value.
But-
you know what I'm saying? The young people want to, yo, check this out. They want to have something to talk about.
And then you'll see it, and then a nigga be on somebody's block, and then 10 seconds later, all you hear is bang, 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 bang. And you don't see, you know what I mean? You hear the nigga running and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
a whole
what
lot
the
of
fuck?
footsteps.
Like, yeah, you couldn't get me, nigga. You couldn't get me, nigga. Like, y'all niggas is bugging. But that, like, it's more about shock value than anything. Like you
shock
said.
value,
Like I
but it's
said.
still stupidity.
Oh, yeah,
Because
to the
it's-
utmost.
you
We wasn't doing shit
you
like
really
that.
Don't gain
We
nothing
was,
from
nigga.
it.
We
I mean,
just ain't had no phones.
but niggas
It's the
was
same shit.
nigga.
Yeah.
People were gossiping, talking about
We
what
just
they
ain't had
did.
no phones, nigga.
This is a
That's
fact.
I don't think niggas would
Right,
have.
niggas-
I'm
niggas
saying we had
talking a
no
little
phone
bit
back
at
then. I don't think we
on
would have
the-
been
on the
going on
courts.
an op
We
block just
don't
showing
know
niggas that.
because that just wasn't the thing.
That
back
wasn't a
then.
thing though. Yeah.
I'm happy
I
you
watched
saying
it. I
this.
watched it go from niggas looking at you crazy when you pull your phone out to niggas jumping right in the pic now. Niggas jump right in.
Yeah,
Niggas,
facts.
but I remember the last of the yo, my nigga, what nigga, yo, put your phone away. Like my pops, yo, my nigga, put your phone away. Like damn, I'm like, nigga, straight up, like that's the era niggas was in, bro. But now is we at the niggas
This is
want
what
to
they
jump in the
do.
pic. Yeah, niggas want to jump
Everybody,
in the pic.
young and
Niggas
old.
want to go live. Niggas be. I be around niggas. Niggas be live. I don't be knowing sometimes. Like I gotta act. Yo, you live, my nigga? Like that's the world we in, bro.
Yeah, facts.
And it's cool. We gotta accept that.
Yo, you love
We gotta
it.
accept that because rest in peace, my nigga Maze. He used to always film shit. This is like early 07, 08, MySpace days.
He was
used
the
to
filmer.
always- He used to just film shit. Yo, we on the block, And my nigga passed, bro. And I only got them few videos.
Videos and shit,
But I used to
yeah.
always be like, yo, my nigga, turn this shit off, bro. Like, And he even got some videos of me just like, yo, bro, come on again. But
now you got those.
so now
memories.
you gotta cherish that. Now,
Facts.
now you gotta take that and
Right.
cherish that. Like,
Rest
yo,
in
you
He
know
was
what?
ahead of his time.
He was ahead of his time, way ahead of you. This
Yeah.
nigga had a YouTube channel, no, like
Yo, he
way
would
ahead,
have.
yes,
Oh
way
my
ahead
God,
of his
he
time.
would have been already in the millions monetized.
Yo, way ahead of his time. But so that's why now sometimes be like, man, it is what it is.
Rest in
So
peace
now,
to him. Rest in
before we
peace.
go, because we gotta wrap up. You know what I mean, let's get into the show on the 21st with Benny.
Yo, 20. All right, so look, this is my schedule 2025.
Yeah.
Right? We got June 21st, Benny the Butcher, Brooklyn. We're doing intimate concerts. It's only 100 people. You know, the big dogs come through. The artists get the great experience. You know what I mean? Ticket come with food, meet and greet. You know what I mean?
So that-
Entry. So we're gonna do Benny the Butcher,
You
June.
get that ticket with the 5-minute interview with him, but we're talking behind the scenes. Anyway, go ahead, I'm listening.
Yo, Benny and June. Then July we gonna Graf and Friends concert.
Alright.
No, Graf been putting in a lot of work,
Yeah,
man.
shout out to Graf.
A lot,
He did his
a
thing.
lot.
That his last
He deserved
album just went
everything
crazy.
that he-
So we're gonna do Graf and Friends, and then we just gonna keep it going. Conway, I think Conway August, September. I got my boy coming from London, Wishmaster. He gonna pull
Yeah,
up.
shout out to Wish, yeah.
Yeah,
shout out to
Wish
Josiah the
gonna-
Hot Wire also.
Yeah, my nigga Hawaii, we're gonna pull up,
Yeah.
have a nice concert in September, and then keep it going. Like I wanna bring the greats, I wanna bring Alchemist, I wanna bring, you know what I mean, Capone Noriega, Onyx, like just the greats to come through and give the fans a good show.
Give that feel.
And it's gonna be in Brooklyn every month, right at the crib, pull up, good time. And just keep the shit going with the shows. And I got music dropping. I got an album dropping next week, more like 10 days.
Alright.
I've been, doing these shows out of state. I just did a joint with Kentucky last week with Benny. I got a joint in VA next week with Benny.
Alright.
And just keeping it going, bro.
So
You need a personal podcasting team.
Word, for
We
real,
gonna talk
we're gonna
about
roll.
it.
A vlog
This is
team.
my podcast
Yeah,
right
well,
here.
how were you
10
able
toes
to
down.
cultivate that relationship to where you was able to get him to come out and you got him booked for June with
Benny?
Yeah.
Yo, honestly, Benny's one of the most cool,
Loyal.
wise, humble guys I ever met in the rap industry. Him and 38 Special. Ben, like I'm like, yo, Benny, this is what I'm trying to do. This is what I want to do, and can we run it? And he's like, yo, bro, I'm with it. Like, I'm honored to help you with this shit. I would love to fuck around and help you with this shit. Let me know what we gotta do. And that's how that came about.
Copy,
and I know what doing the first show with Benny, it'll open the door for other artists to come through and be like, nah, this is a good and dope experience. Like you know what I mean? Right in New York City. First come, first serve with the ticket, so you getting your real hardcore fan, and you just give them the best show.
Shit, man, that's dope, man.
We definitely do gotta come through because
come through.
I wanna on the walkout. I definitely want to get some insight on how people feel about it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you describe. You know, it's about love, it's about that. So I want to know, like, is that what, I'm pretty sure that's what they're receiving and stuff like that. But I just want to have insight. I feel like this past year or two has been really different. I feel like the legends are coming back to the community.
Coming outside.
Like the way, the way it's supposed to be. I think that their management and stuff had them all the way up here, not connecting with the people on a personal level, and things are changing. They're actually having podcasting, talking about personal things, talking about their experiences. So what you're doing is really, really important right now for the culture, preserving the culture. So I would love to come out to hear what the people, how did they experience it.
Because with the shows I've been doing, I just wanted to do something different. Okay. So imagine coming to see your favorite artist, like 5 feet away from you, the best soulful you could ever have, and just hearing all your favorite records live. That's all it's about. That's all it's about.
Good vibes, good times.
That's a 3-for-1 special right there. Come on.
So where can they find a link so they can purchase?
On my Instagram at The Real Party G. Go to my Instagram. The ticket links is right in the bio.
Copy. All right, man.
I appreciate y'all having me for real.
We appreciate you being here, brother.
Go talk with y'all, man. OG talk, man. Legend.
Don't get it twisted, B.
Yeah.
Party G is actually the 4th host.
10 toes, baby. 10 toes, baby.
And thank you for being patient with this crazy guy and his rules.
He be wilding sometimes, but that's the bro. You know what I mean?
That's who he is.
His rules. You know what I mean?
Times and times for a reason.
Rules and regulations.
You gotta love the artist that he loves.
New EP dropping. Rules and regulations.
Come on.
No doubt.
Put me on that.
For all you little niggas.
Rules and regulations.
Rules and regulations, nigga.
Right here, 10 toes down. Right
Get my ruler, yeah. Fuck out of here.
Come on now.
10 toes.
Yeah,
10 toes.
10 toes. We
right here.
We here, man.
We out, yo.
Thank you.
Peace.